we did not get a chapter of Dr. Stone last week because of some reasons that I do not exactly understand. But this chapter seemed to reveal a surprise to, and I think the author only threw us in that in order to, shut down the ship-tease between these people, even though they are distantly related. Although a part of me thinks that it doesn't make sense that they are like this, especially since, well, they do look like each other. Or is there something else? Well, who knows? Hi, the angry anime fan, battling a cold here, but that's not what this is about. This is about the Dr. Stone chapter 44. We did not get a Dr. Stone last time, and we see what happens as the six survivors, tries to get back to Earth, and we see how that mysterious light in surrounded the Earth, as the many people got stoned, and many of them couldn't see anything, couldn't hear anything, and couldn't feel anything. It's not exactly known though if they. Senku stayed alive by counting because he realized that his brain was healthy. Therefore, he could, even though he couldn't see anything, his brain could work. And it seems to imply that a lot of other users had that too. However, it also seemed to imply that the stoning made a lot of them unconscious. So, on the space station, using the knowledge he had learned from from Senku, Byakuga managed to find out that apparently the origin of the mysterious light came from South Africa. Why, we will not know, but perhaps we will travel to South Africa one day and find out for ourselves why is it the fact that it's like that. As they are preparing to head back to the surface, or at least Byakuga is doing that, here is where things get a little bit complicated. However, it's not exactly, but it's just what it is. Either way, they send out one of these balloon-like things, because it turns out that's the reason why they got out to the sea by sending out one of those capsules that got down to the Earth using a parachute. The survivors were in that, and they got to that place without. They landed upside down in the water. So the survivors used that method to get back into the ground. Sorry if I sound a little bit confused about talking about all of this. However, it's because I don't really 100% understand what happened in this chapter. It was just a little bit complicated. So either way, many survivors got down using the ship. How Byakuga got down, I do not know. He may have got down using another method. So now, with some survivors getting down on the water and in the wrong position, the other survivors are trying to get down using another chute. As the oxygen slowly getting slowly, Byakuga managed to save the survivors using a rowboat he found. And with the survivors and the survivors then realized that they were the last 6 people on Earth that was unpetrified. And so the years passed by. 3 years passed as they slowly built a village, and one of them got a children. And however, the diva also got very emotional about all this, seeing that now thousands of years is now all wasted because they are the sixth last people on Earth. However, Bakugan said that they will not disappear because he believes that one day the petrification will be undone and humanity is finished. And even if it won't, then Senku is alive, and if he is alive, then he will find a way to undo the petrification. And here is what the Byakugan says that is actually the most surprising of all. And I think he only says that in order to us to shut down the squick that we all have had from these last couple of days and or couple of weeks, so to speak. And that is apparently Senku is not his son by blood, because the diva says he is your son after all, and then suddenly Byakugan says, yes, we might not be related by blood, but he is my son. I guess this is made to, shut down the rumors that if Senku would ever have a ship tease with either Ruri or Kuhaku, then at least they're not distantly related, even though they are far removed by blood. Either way, these 6 people, there was 3 women and 3 men, they repopulated the earth in this Ishigami village, because Byakugan strongly believed that the petrification of Senku one day collapse, and that he one day would find a way to this village, no matter how many centuries it will take. He will pass the baton. No, they will pass the baton as the descendants of this village will help him. And that's the story of Ishigami village. On how the Ishigami village got repopulated. The children of the children basically hooked up together, and then they repopulated. In a way, I wonder though, isn't that still a very few people? However, well, I don't really care. It's too complicated to talk about it anyway, and this was not exactly my best review ever. Mostly because I just didn't know what to say about this chapter. It wasn't a bad chapter, not a single bit. It's just that so many complicated things happen that we don't know what will happen. But I guess this was the start of the 100-year tale. With they kept it alive so that the story of humanity could be alive until Senku could come, and he will be the one to, well, guide everyone towards a new rightful path. So, wonder what will happen next. We'll see about that. Give me your thoughts if you have any.